So today's topic is about a narcissist. We're gonna go over some things that a narcissist might do and how you can tell if that person is a narcissist or not. And it doesn't have to be anybody that's like you're in an intimate relationship with or whatever, like married to, whatever. It could be your mother, your sister, your auntie, your cousin, your child. It could be you. But and these are the things to look for, okay? So basically, first of all, what makes a person a narcissist? Excessive self-love and loving self. It's good to love yourself, but you cannot love yourself so much that you think that you're above everybody else, or you think that you are superior over everybody else around you in any environment that you're in, okay? But this is excessive self-love. They seem to think of themselves they call it the grandioso nature, like you're just, and everybody should be inferior to you. Also, what makes a person a narcissist is lack of empathy, guys. Lack of empathy. First thing you will notice about someone who's a narcissist, the first thing, they will never apologize. They will never say sorry. I'm sorry what I did. I'm sorry of what I said. I'm sorry of how I acted. I'm sorry of how I treated you, please. Or I apologize of how I treated you or what I said or what I did. You should say, my apologies, please. That's more deep. Like, that's more saying that you are acknowledging what you did or what you said to hurt that person, and you're asking for their forgiveness. When you have empathy, that means you feel for them, okay? You feel for them. And it's not hard. It's not hard to have empathy. But narcissistic people don't have empathy because of that excessive self-love, self-centeredness, that self-importance. They have a lack of empathy, so they're not going to apologize. They're not going to express how they feel, they're not going to, console you. To them, what they've got going on, whether it's good or bad, is way more important than anybody. But they will pretend to love you and care for you. That's called love bombing. Narcissists do love bombing, okay? They love bomb you. So that's why they never apologize, okay? When they say a narcissist loves themselves too much, doesn't love themselves, it's because they really don't. They're too busy living. They love this image that they have of themselves, okay? It's an image, and they cannot see what is reality of themselves. Their flaws, their sometimes their personality or whatever. They cannot. So how, if they're really not loving themselves and they're loving the image that they're trying to keep up with in their mind, in the meantime they exploit people. They have a tendency to exploit people and say stupid stuff to them. I had somebody tell me, your feelings are valid, but you telling me my feelings are valid. Why does it make it valid? Can I tell you why my feelings are making it valid? My feelings are valid. That is right there is one cop out. That's just to shut me up because they want to talk. They want to hear themselves talk. They want to lecture you. They want to tell you how to feel. They want to tell you how to feel. Not let anybody tell you how to feel. Or if you feel a way about something and you're trying to express it to that person and they're not listening because they're trying to cut you off and tell you, I understand that, but they cut you off. I can see where you're going to be. Those are shallow words. They pretend to care for you by love bombing you. You see the connection? You see the connection? There's a connection. So there's some of us who got to deal with a narcissist on a daily basis, okay? And they're not going to apologize. They're not going to have empathy. They're not going to show you that your feelings are valid, that they care about your feelings. They're not going to show you nothing of that. They're not, because they don't have it in them, okay? Don't have it in there. Narcissistic personality disorder could be inherited through genetics, right? Or it could be through early childhood experiences like trauma, rejection, lack of affection, abuse, things like that. Parents, they judge their children negatively all the time, never giving positive reinforcements and stuff like that. So, but a narcissistic person, yeah, they have issues. They will not say I love you. They will not say I'm sorry. They will not tell you how they feel about you. They will not, because you know why? They don't give a shit. They don't care. So in order for them to get healed, they have to care about themselves. They have to heal. So if a narcissist, now, and it's really, really tough, because you know why? Because already they have this grandiose image, perception of themselves, self-image of them, this superior image. They don't think that they need therapy. They don't think that they need to reflect on themselves. They really don't. So that's what happens. And this is what I learned in therapy. She told me, we go through childhood, right? And we go through stuff that happens that are traumatizing. That fear or that anger or that sadness, or same thing with happy times, good times, fun times, that feeling that you got when that one event or thing that took place in your life that made you feel like that. So something happened that was really traumatizing. Like, for example, how old were you when you went to your first funeral? How old were you when you might have gone to other funerals when you was little, but like when you can remember, of age to remember, like they say 3 to 5 is where they're really soaking up. Children are really soaking up stuff in their brains, okay? Their development, they're learning everything, and it's like everything is brand new to them. And then 5 to 8 is when they're trying to master certain skills and they're learning more stuff. So imagine how old you was. So I was like 7 years old when I went to my first funeral that I remember, and it was my tutu's funeral, my great-grandmother, okay, my great-grandmother from my mother's side. And for me, that was very traumatic for me. So I don't like to go to funerals with open casket to see the body. Of course I'll go, but it takes a lot for me to go, because my tutu, that was my tutu, you know what I mean? I spent time with her. When I was little. I remember her. I remember how she smelled too. I remember her. So that was traumatic, but then also it reminds me of me spending time with her. So good and bad times. Okay. So just imagine that happening and being soaked in your brain, and then that's the trauma. And so what happens is, when you get older, you live your life. You go to school, you have children, you get married, you find a good job, or you go to college, you do whatever it is that you're doing. You're living life, and then something triggers it. Now, it could be something that happened just one time and it triggered that same feeling, because you have like a memory bank in your brain that holds on to all that trauma. And so when that thing is triggered, your body remembers that the feeling. Maybe you had anxiety or fear or anger or whatever. Your body remembers it, and then you start acting out on it. you start acting out and you start going crazy, and then you start to think that you're okay. Like, what is this? Because you don't understand what's going on. Now, with a narcissistic person, as they get up into adulthood and life, they tend to become narcissistic. Why? Because they never do acknowledge themselves what they went through when they was a child, you know, or hereditary genetics, to find out what's going on. Maybe you're depressed or whatever. I don't know. You know what happens when you do that? You burn bridges. Some bridges might take longer to burn down, but you definitely burn bridges. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. I really felt that I needed to get on and talk about this, because this might be some self-therapy for myself, so that I understand when something like this, when I come across a person who's a narcissistic person. And that's the first thing that you're gonna notice after you get to know them, right? After you get to know them, because they love bomb you. They love bomb you. They treat you so nice. They they shower you with gifts, and then and they want to reel you in. They love bomb you, and once they reel you in, it's over. Anyways, I hope this video reaches somebody, and you guys just, and if you have anything to add, please add. I'm pretty sure at one point we've all have become involved with a narcissist, especially with today's society and the way things are. If this is your first time here, my name is Ulu. If you like this video, go ahead, click subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can stay in the loop of